Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we are looking at something that honestly has the power to completely reshape both your personal and professional life. We're talking about mastering the English language. It's literally a master key that unlocks a massive, vibrant world of opportunities. So, whether you're a student, a working professional, or just an avid traveler, we're going to look at exactly how this one communication tool can absolutely change your life.
But before we really jump into all the specific benefits, I want you to take a second and ask yourself, what is currently standing between you and your ultimate global goals? Like, is it that hesitation you feel right before applying for an international job? Or maybe it's the fear of trying to navigate a foreign city all by yourself. Honestly, a lot of the time, the barrier isn't a lack of ambition. It's literally just a language barrier. Think about all those times you held back because you just weren't absolutely sure you could express your true thoughts or catch the subtle nuances of a conversation. Well, that hesitation, that's exactly what we're going to dismantle today. To break through those barriers, we're going to navigate through 4 crucial pillars today. Number 1, the global language key. 2, advancing career and education. 3, seamless travel and entertainment. And 4, building confidence and global connections.
Let's dive right into Section 1, the global language key.
Okay, so English really isn't just a language. It is the world's primary global connector. Because it's one of the most widely spoken languages on Earth, learning it doesn't just mean you're memorizing a bunch of new vocabulary and grammar rules. You are literally plugging yourself directly into a massive, interconnected network of human beings. People that span entirely different cultures, time zones, and continents. It fundamentally changes how you interact with the world, acting like this universal bridge between you and literally billions of other people.
And that brings us to the core concept of today's explainer, the idea of unlocking. Because learning English is really all about taking doors that were completely shut to you, those opportunities that just felt totally out of reach, and swinging them wide open. It's about creating brand new, previously inaccessible paths for your future. When you acquire this skill, you aren't just padding your resume, you are unlocking potential that was completely trapped behind a language barrier.
Moving right along to Section 2, advancing career and education.
We can basically break this formal advancement down into 2 very practical, everyday needs: landing better career opportunities and getting access to world-class education. These are the 2 biggest engines of upward mobility, right? And English is absolutely the fuel for both of them.
Let's look at your career first. Just imagine stepping into a huge international business meeting or sitting down for a high-stakes interview with a multinational company and effortlessly pitching your ideas. English is essentially the operating system of global business. It lets you communicate flawlessly across borders, completely removing those artificial ceilings that keep your professional growth down. Suddenly, you're no longer limited to just your local market. The entire global economy, that becomes your playing field.
And you know what? The exact same rule applies to your education. Whether you're trying to hunt down some super niche online research, diving into really dense academic texts, or attending prestigious classes, English is basically your skeleton key to the world's absolute best educational resources. The top-tier universities, the cutting-edge journals, they operate almost entirely in English. If you want to learn from the absolute best in the world, you need the key to their library. It's literally the difference between relying on secondhand summaries and going straight to the primary source.
Now let's shift gears to Section 3, seamless travel and entertainment.
Because beyond the boardroom and the classroom, we absolutely have to talk about removing borders in your everyday personal life. Whether you're trying to navigate the absolute chaos of a foreign airport, checking into a cool little boutique hotel, or just browsing the internet from your couch, English removes the friction. It takes your normal daily routines and makes them universally accessible, no matter where you happen to be on the map.
Picture this. You're standing in front of a famous landmark, thousands of miles away from home. Normally, getting lost, trying to decipher a really confusing transit map, or just attempting to order a local dish might trigger a huge wave of anxiety. We've all been there, right? That feeling of being completely disconnected? But with English, that stress just evaporates. You can ask for directions, chat with the street vendors, and completely transform your travel from an anxious, stressful exercise into a truly immersive adventure where you actually get to connect with the locals.
And the best part is, those perks follow you right back to your living room. We all know that frustrating feeling of lost in translation media. Waiting months for a translated book to drop, or dealing with awkwardly synced movie subtitles that totally miss the punchline of the original joke. Well, understanding English lets you bypass that filter completely. You get to experience global entertainment, the movies, the music, the podcasts, the articles, exactly the way the original creators intended. You hear the real emotion. You catch the cultural nuances, and you get to participate in the global conversation the exact moment it happens.
Which brings us to our final section. Section 4, Confidence and Global Connections.
Now, this one might actually be the most deeply personal benefit of all. Think about the sheer level of confidence it takes to collaborate, make jokes, and share personal stories with people from entirely different cultures. When you aren't constantly second-guessing your vocabulary or stressing over your grammar, your true, authentic personality finally gets to shine through. That invisible barrier just drops. And because of that, you can turn complete strangers across the globe into lifelong friends and trusted colleagues. You're building a network based on genuine human understanding rather than just basic transactional communication.
So, let's do a really quick recap of the 5 foundational pillars we've unlocked today. 1. Securing a much better career. 2. Accessing world-class education. 3. Enjoying totally stress-free travel. 4. Consuming your entertainment unfiltered. And finally, number 5. Building unshakable confidence and global connections. Remember, these aren't just language skills we're talking about here. They are literal life upgrades, and each one builds on the last to create a much more open, accessible world for you.
It really all boils down to one simple, powerful truth. Start learning English today and unlock a world of opportunities. The map of possibilities is glowing and it's waiting for you, but it's entirely up to you to take that first step and turn the key. The tools are out there, the global network is waiting, and the benefits are absolutely undeniable. So, I want to leave you with this final thought to spark your curiosity and fuel your journey forward. With all of these paths now visible to you and the keys finally in your hand, which door are you going to unlock first? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.